Welcome to day 1501 of What's She Up To Now. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, documenting the journey as I transitioned originally in 2017 from the corporate, over a quarter century in corporate America, plus, yikes, 48, almost 49 years running my own businesses in different capacities. Now, it doesn't tell you exactly how old I am because I started my first business when I was young, but I had a birthday coming up this weekend, so I will be 62, crazy. Today is a non-video day with the exception of doing my AM videos. So I get to wear my wild, crazy hair just for the fun of it. Now, today we're talking about, and we're in both Supersize Your Business and the annual challenge, open-minded and closed-mindedness. Close your mind or open your mind was our idiom for today in Supersize Your Business. And we talked about a mind changed against its will is of the same opinion still. Nobody else is going to change your mind unless you choose to be open to the possibility of something different for your business or for your life. And we talked about that a little bit. I also talked about this extensively in the annual challenge. So if you're curious about that, you can go to the Get Up and Go challenge page. Guide 15, used to be units, has got all the previous 68, plus I'll put today's 69, day 69 in the Guide 15 section. And they're in order there, so you can pop in anytime and join us in the annual challenge. We just do one thing every day that improves us in some way. And I decided that this year we are breaking it down and we're having different segments for the different areas and aspects of our life. So in January, we did our physical well-being. In February, we did our emotional well-being because it was February. In March, we're doing our mental well-being. Next month, we'll do our spiritual well-being because Easter and things falls in April, so spiritual. And then we'll do the other areas and aspects of our life as well. The first 9 months of the year. I only break my life down into 9 categories. And prior to last year, it was actually only 7 categories: physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, financial, relationships, and contribution. And then last year, I was doing some coaching and getting some coaching in my life on communication and confidence, just because they're core basic skills, just like our physical well-being and our mental well-being and our emotional being and our financial well-being. They all contribute to our level of happiness and success as defined by us. So I added those two, and I'm playing with them for a year, and we'll see how they feel. And then I'll decide going forward, do I need to continue to keep them as a separate called out area and aspect of my life that I'm doing specific action items and work and goal setting in, or can they just go back to being part of every other area and aspect of my life when I'm doing my goal setting, etc., and my planning for the year? But for this year, we will spend a segment on each of them: confidence and communication. Well, because communication is huge, right? If we can't be understood and if we don't understand other people, pretty much stuck. So, closed and opened mindedness. I didn't even talk about the history of it, I guess. I looked it up, but it was kind of foggy. Where does closed-minded and that come from? You know, people have talked about the mind and to close something since the 12th century. You know, so whenever mind and close and open came into being, it was open from like an open heart, dates back to the 12th. No, that dates back to the 15th century only, I think. So anyway, I didn't talk about that. I just blew it off today. Sometimes I forget to talk about things I'm going to talk about. And since I don't have a teleprompter or a way of reading what I'm doing, it makes it really hard. I mean, it's just, I guess my excuse is my visual challenge. I could come up with probably a giant TV screen behind my lights, but I don't want to. That's not me. It's not me to polish up and do that and do things to make people feel a certain way. That's not what I'm about. I know that the most important thing we can do is to be ourselves. So this is me, the weird background, the funky hairdos, the cull neck. Now, as far as open and closed, I've thought about this today when I picked this outfit, because I am generally closed-minded when it comes to cull necks. I don't like them. I think they're weird. I don't know how to wear them. I don't know what to do with them. So I'm usually closed-minded about cull necks. But I thought, well, since I'm usually closed-minded about them and I don't wear them, this has been hanging in my closet for God knows how long. I'm going to wear it. And it's actually a really cute top, but I hate the necks. Cull necks are not my thing. But it's cold out today, so it seems like it's kind of cozy. So I'm like, all right, I'll wear a cull neck. Now, I have a sister that hates turtlenecks. I don't get it because I like turtlenecks. They cover, you know, that chicken neck and stuff and that double chin. So there's all good about turtlenecks, but we're all different. What we like and what we don't like, what we're open and closed about is different for each and every one of us. And that is what makes the world an incredibly amazing, delightful, exciting, sometimes frustrating place. So our question today was, you know, how open or closed-minded are you about, for the challenge, your mental well-being? How open and closed-minded are you about, you know, your thoughts and ideas about certain things? I'm probably a little more open than I am closed, but I have very distinct and very firm thoughts, feelings, and beliefs about key subjects in my life. Everything else, I'm pretty open to. I'm like, yeah, I'll hear you out. What do you got to say? What do you know about this that I don't know? What have you experienced that I have no clue about? Because that's how we learn, right? It's interesting. We only learn when we're listening and open to hearing something new or learning something new or adding to our experience bank of what is possible. For us, it's not possible until we step out of our comfort zone and attempt it, or we know someone else who has, and them doing it gives us the belief that we can do it too. So curious, how open, how closed-minded are you? Again, I'm very stubborn about certain things, but I'm super open about others. So I don't know where I would land on a scale of 1 to 10. I'll have to think about it just like everybody else today and say, okay, mental well-being, how open or closed am I? Pretty open right now because I'm looking for ways to improve myself every day this month with respect to mental well-being. All right, that's all I've got today. I've got an off-camera day today, so I'm excited about that. And just a day to focus on projects that I'm working on in businesses and the background work of working with other people and other people's businesses that has to get done, but it doesn't have to be done directly with them. Guess what? 90% of what we do is not always with the other people that we're doing it with. All right. If I can help you in any way, ask. Otherwise, I'll be with you tomorrow. Bye.